So, hello dear students. Yesterday we studied about this theorem, okay? But there were two things to prove, okay? But I taught you only second one. So today I am taking the revision of this theorem and going to prove both the to prove. So again we are going with the statement of theorem. What is the statement of theorem? The opposite angles formed by two intersecting lines are of equal measures. So, first of all, it is given that line PQ and line RS intersects in point O. So, two intersecting lines, that means line PQ and line RS intersect each other at point O such that R dash O dash S and P dash O dash Q. Now we have to prove the vertically opposite angles formed are congruent. Therefore, first angle ROQ. See, this is the angle ROQ. Congruent angle POS. Second, we have to prove angle POR and angle QOS. These two pairs we have to prove to be congruent. Okay. So, further, see the next. I am going to prove this first pair. Okay. How to prove this? First pair, see. So, here I am writing proof. See the proof. First, ROQ congruent POS. ROQ congruent POS. So, first of all, I am going to write angle POS. See, measure of angle POS plus measure of angle POR is equal to 180 degree. Reason, angles in linear pair. Okay, equation 1. So, POS plus POR is equal to 180 angles in linear pair. Now, second equation, angle POR plus angle ROQ is equal to again 180 degree. These are the two angles. Okay, lie on a single line. Correct? Therefore, measure of angle POR plus measure of angle ROQ is equal to 180 degree. Reason, angles in linear pair. Equation 2. As I taught you yesterday, both the equations are with RHS 180. So, in both the equations, LHS of first equation is equal to LHS of second equation. So, I am going to write here from, I am writing here directly. Therefore, measure of angle POS plus measure of angle POR is equal to measure of angle POR plus measure of angle ROQ. Reason, from equation 1 and 2. Okay. Now what happens? POR is to LHS as well as it is to RHS. So, if measure of POR comes to LHS, it becomes negative. Therefore, I am going to cancel POR from LHS as well as POR from RHS. Now, we have measure of angle POS is equal to measure of angle ROQ. Therefore, angle POS congruent angle ROQ. So our first statement is proof here. Write it down properly. Our first statement. Okay? Yes. Now I am going to write the second statement. Okay, I am going to prove our second statement. So which I have, yes, we have completed it yesterday. But today again I am going to prove it. Okay, because most of the students have not written it properly. So this is our first statement we have proved. I am going to rub it. Write yourself, be fast. The first statement. Now about second statement. Look here. POR plus ROQ. These two angles are angles in linear pair. And ROQ plus QOS. These two angles are angles in linear pair. So here I am going to write measure of angle POR plus measure of angle ROQ is equal to 180 degree. Reason, angles in linear pair. Equation 1. Further, measure of angle ROQ plus measure of angle QOS is equal to 180 degree. Correct? ROQ plus QOS. Again, angles in linear pair. Equation 2. Again in both the equations, RHS is 180 degree. So LHS of first equation is equal to LHS of second equation. Therefore, measure of angle POR plus measure of angle ROQ is equal to measure of angle ROQ plus measure of angle QOS from equation 1 and 2. Okay, don't forget to write the reason. Now what happens? Measure of angle ROQ is to LHS as well as it is to RHS. So both of them get cancelled. Therefore, measure of angle POR is equal to measure of angle QOS. Therefore, angle POR congruent angle QOS. So here we have proved the second equation. Now write the theorem which is in your textbook for 2 times. Okay, on page number 10. And I will teach you indirect proof afterwards. So here we have completed direct proof. So write the theorem on page number 10 2 times. It has different naming. So try to write without seeing with different naming. Okay. Now I am explaining you exercise 1.3. Practice set 1.3. Okay. Most of you sent me the answers of this practice set, but still some are remaining. So I am going to explain it here, and then I want everyone's homework, okay, to my personal account. See, exercise 1.3, question number 1. Write the following statements in if-then form. So first, the opposite angles. What is the question? The opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Okay. So we have to write this with the help of if-then. How to write? See. The opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So If a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its opposite angles are congruent. Okay. Second question. Okay, I repeat the answer of first question. If a parallelogram, see, if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then the opposite angles are congruent. Okay. Now second question. The diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. What is the statement? The diagonals of rectangle are congruent. So here बघा, या स्टेटमेंट मध्ये आपल्याला दिलेलं काय आहे? डायगोनल कॉन्ग्रुएंट दिलाय की रेक्टँगल क्वाड्रिलॅटरल इज रेक्टँगल दिलाय, हे पहिलं लक्षात घ्यायचं. हां, डायगोनल्स कॉन्ग्रुएंट केव्हा होतील? जेव्हा तो दिलेला क्वाड्रिलॅटरल रेक्टँगल असेल तेव्हा. ठीक आहे, म्हणून स्टेटमेंट कसं लिहायचं? इफ अ क्वाड्रिलॅटरल इज रेक्टँगल, then the diagonals are congruent. Okay, if the quadrilateral is a rectangle, then diagonals are congruent. ठीक है. आता थर्ड क्वेश्चन बघा. If an isosceles triangle, in an isosceles triangle, yes, isosceles triangle means what? Think over it. Yes, isosceles triangle, correct. That means two sides are congruent. In a triangle, two sides are congruent. In an isosceles triangle, the segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the base is perpendicular to the base. So what is given in an isosceles triangle? Suppose it is midpoint. Say the triangle has ABC and this is the midpoint. Then the segment joining midpoint is perpendicular to the base. Okay, that means AD perpendicular BC. So how to write this? If with using if then? See, first of all, if a triangle is an isosceles triangle, okay, what we have to consider? If the given triangle is an isosceles triangle, then the segment joining the vertex and the midpoint, segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the base is perpendicular to the base. Okay, fine. So these are the answers of question number 1. Now we will proceed to question number 2. Write converses of the following statements. Okay, so we yesterday we studied about the converse. See, the given statement is if then form. For example, the lines are parallel, then angles are congruent. Alternate angles are congruent. If lines are parallel, then alternate angles or corresponding angles are congruent. See, if these lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles form are congruent. This is the conditional statement. Okay, how to make its converse? If corresponding angles are congruent, then lines are parallel. पहिल्या कंडिशनल स्टेटमेंट मध्ये आपण लाइन्स आर पॅरलल असं म्हटलं, म्हणून करस्पॉन्डिंग अँगल्स आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट असं म्हटलं. पण कन्वर्स करताना आपण काय म्हणतोय? आधी फर्स्ट जो लास्ट पार्ट आहे कंडिशन स्टेटमेंटचा तो कन्वर्स मध्ये फर्स्ट होतो. म्हणजे इन शॉर्ट, इथे जे गिवन असतं कंडिशनल स्टेटमेंटला, जे गिवन असतं ते कन्वर्सला टू प्रूव्ह होतं. हां, म्हणजे कंडिशनल स्टेटमेंट मधला गिवन आणि टू प्रूव्ह हा पार्ट एक्झॅक्टली ऑपोजिट होतो. ओके, मग आता जसं मी म्हटलं कंडिशनल स्टेटमेंट काय आहे? इफ द लाईन्स आर पॅरलल, करस्पॉन्डिंग अँगल्स आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट. मग कॉन्वर्स मध्ये काय म्हणायचं? इफ करस्पॉन्डिंग अँगल्स आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट, देन लाईन्स आर पॅरलल असं म्हणायचं. ठीक आहे, मग आता बघा, राईट कन्वर्सेस ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. What is the question? The alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal are congruent. the alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversals are congruent. ठीक आहे, मग आता याचा आन्सर कसं होईल, याचा कन्व्हर्स कसा होईल? If alternate angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel. Okay? Yes. पुढे बघा. Second question. If a pair of interior angles made by a transversal of two lines are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. ठीक आहे, मग आता आपण कसं म्हणायचं, आपल्याला काय दिलेलं आहे बघा, इफ ला काय दिलंय, अँगल, देन काय म्हटलंय, येस, लाईन्स आर पॅरलल असं म्हटलंय. मग आता इथे उलट करायचं, काय म्हणायचं, इफ द गिवन लाईन्स आर पॅरलल, देन a pair of interior angles formed by a transversal are supplementary. ओके, म्हणजे जो पार्ट इफला होता तो देनला टाकायचा आणि जो देनचा पार्ट आहे तो इफला घ्यायचा. थर्ड स्टेटमेंट बघा, द डायगोनल्स ऑफ ए रेक्टँगल आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट. ठीक आहे, मग आता हे कसं लिहायचं, इफ द डायगोनल्स आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट, देन the rectangle, the quadrilateral is rectangle. If the diagonals are congruent, then a quadrilateral is rectangle. Okay, now ज्याने एक्सरसाइज 1.3 केला नाहीये त्याने तो करा आणि ही जी थेरम आहे ती 2 टाइम्स लिहा. and I want homework compulsory. ओके, सगळ्यांची ही थेरम 2 टाइम्स आणि एक्सरसाइज 1.3 ज्यांनी सॉल्व करून पाठवलाय त्यांनी परत पाठवलं तरी काही हरकत नाही. ठीक आहे, सो थेरम 2 टाइम्स आणि एक्सरसाइज 1.3 1 टाइम असं मला पर्सनल अकाउंटला सेंड करायचं आहे. ओके, येस, बाय. नाव सी प्रॉब्लेम सेट 1. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. Select the correct alternative form from the answers of the given questions below. So this is MCQ type question. You have to choose the correct alternative. How many midpoints does a segment have? कुठच्याही सेगमेंटला किती midpoints असतात? ठीक आहे, आता आपण इथे बघूया प्रॅक्टिकली. येस, तुम्हाला पण आन्सर माहिती आहे, बट जस्ट I will demonstrate you. How many midpoints does a segment have? If suppose you have drawn a segment of 5 centimeters, say AB. AB is a segment of 5 centimeters, and you are asked to plot its midpoint. Then you will plot the midpoint at 2.5 centimeters from A as well as B. That means there will be only one midpoint. Okay, so answer is only one. Second question, how many points are there in the intersection of two distinct lines? That means you have to draw two distinct lines which are intersecting together. Okay, these are the two distinct lines, say L and M. Now these two distinct lines which are intersecting together, they get intersected only in one point. So again answer is 1. Now third question, how many lines are determined by 3 distinct points? How many lines are determined by 3 distinct points? Now see, here there are 3 distinct points. I can draw them as a collinear. So one and only one line passes through 3 distinct points if they are collinear. So I can draw one line with the help of 3 distinct points. Okay, this is condition 1. Or if these 3 distinct points are apart from each other, they are not collinear, then we can draw 1, 2 and 3. How many? 3 distinct lines. So we can draw 1 or 3 distinct lines with the help of 3 distinct points. So the answer of question number 3 is C. Option C. Now see fourth question. Find the distance between AB if coordinates of A and B are -2 and 5 respectively. So you have to solve it. Quite easy. Now coordinate of A is -2 and coordinate of B is 5. So 5 is greater than -2. Therefore, distance between points A and B is equal to the larger coordinate minus the smaller coordinate. That is 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. Negative multiplied by negative makes positive. Okay, so 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. Option C is the correct answer. Now in question number 5, P dash Q dash R and distance between PQ is equal to 2, distance between PR is equal to 10, then find distance between QR. Quite simple, but for that again I am going to draw a figure. P dash Q dash R. Okay, P dash Q dash R. So distance between P and Q is 2. What is given? The distance between P and Q is 2 and P and R is 10 and distance between P and R is 10. Okay, we have to find distance between Q and R. Quite simple. See, distance between Q and R is equal to distance between P and R minus distance between P and Q. Reason. Don't forget to write the reason. What is the reason? What is given? P dash Q dash R. This signifies the points are collinear. Okay, collinear as well as betweenness. That is, Q is in between P and R. So don't forget to write the reason. Is equal to PR 10 minus 2. Therefore, distance between QR is equal to 8. So here we have completed question number 1 from problem set 1. So what is your today's homework? You had to write the theorem 2 times. You had to solve practice set 1.3 one time, as well as you had to solve question number 1 from problem set 1 one time. Okay, I want everyone's homework. Okay, otherwise I will make you a call. Okay, so do the homework. Send me up to 7 PM today. Okay, bye.